All right, welcome everybody to this Past the Scope EDU live stream on November 21st, 2019. And yes, it is a school day. It is during school hours, and I'm home. Don't adjust your monitors or your screens or your devices. It's okay. I have a personal day today. It's been approved. I have some personal matters to take care of a little bit later today, but I had some time now, and I wanted to come on and talk about what this month's Past the Scope EDU theme is, and that is hashtag Feel Good Fall. And I think I have to be honest when I say that perhaps no monthly topic or hashtag has sort of stumped me more than this one. Feel Good Fall. I had to really think about what I wanted to share, and I'm still thinking about it as I actually come on here and do this stream. But when I think of, I guess, feeling good in general, as an educator, because chances are you're watching this, and by the way, I apologize for the toys and kids things behind me, Legos and Connects and stuff. I have a hard time thinking that I'm coming across being really serious when I have all these toys and things behind me. Anyway, when I think about feeling good as an educator, for me, that means finding your passion, finding your interests, but also finding a way to help yourself feel good and maybe escape from the stresses and the frustrations that you likely face on a daily basis. And I don't think that's unique to education. Let's face it, there are so many professions out there, so many jobs that people do that are stressful, but certainly being an educator, being a teacher, it ranks right up there with the best of them. So that's what we're talking about here today on Past the Scope EDU. I want to thank a couple of people who have come before me this morning. First was Brad, and then Martine Brown, who I haven't seen on here too much in a while, but Martine either had a book recently published or will have a book recently published, and so we're really looking forward to that. I want to thank them for passing the scope to me. And if you're reading the screen right now, Brian Romero-Smith, my buddy Brian from the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Texas, will be coming on next at, wait for it, there it is, 11:30 Eastern Time, which I think is 10:30 his time, but I try not to get into the time changes. So 11:30 Eastern Time is when Brian will be on talking about his take on Feel Good Fall. All right, so let me get into it. Feel good. What makes you feel good? What hobbies, what interests, what passions do you have that can maybe take you away from the grind of teaching and being an administrator? So for me, I have this passion project that is right over here. You can see the logo, Leader of Learning. Even though we do talk about educational topics, I have a podcast that is my passion project, and so when I want to kind of escape from teaching and talking about teaching, although it's still kind of talking about teaching, I guess, that's what I do. I pour myself into my passion for my podcast and my dedication to my podcast. In general, I happen to be someone who is rather impulsive, I guess, and once I get an idea, I really jump right in. As a matter of fact, an educator that I'm pretty well connected with, Tara Martin, has a book called Cannonball In. I would say that's me in a nutshell. I cannonball in. And so my advice to anyone who wants to feel good in the fall is to cannonball in, take a leap, take a risk, and do something that you have wanted to do for a while. You want to do it to help escape, like I said before, to kind of seek solace in something that you have, that you're passionate about. What else? fall, by the way, and I know everyone experiences fall a little bit differently depending on what area of the country you're in, what the climate's like, what the weather changes are like. I have sort of a love-hate relationship with the fall as a season. I really love the season. I'm getting very excited for Thanksgiving to come up next week. It's one of my favorite holidays just for, the food. I'm not going to lie. The food is great. But I think just for the fact that it is a time to come together as a family, with family, and just really appreciate everything that you have. We'll probably do quite a lot of reflecting next month in December as we get ready for a new year, but I'm very thankful for lots of things this year. A new job. I started a new job this year as an instructional coach at a middle school in Norwalk, Connecticut. Very thankful for that opportunity. I am thankful to have earned my candidacy and then had my dissertation proposal accepted, and so I have been writing my dissertation and conducting my research, and although I can't say that I'm thankful for actually completing the process in the year 2019, it shouldn't take me long in the year 2020 to finish that up. So those are some things that I'm thankful for this fall that make me feel good. To give thanks for those things at this Thanksgiving season, this holiday season. Again, I think we'll do a lot of reflecting later on this year, next month in our scopes. But I'm just really thankful, and there are a lot of things that make me feel good. And look, I haven't even mentioned yet what makes me feel the best, and that is my family. Another thing that I think about when it comes to feel good fall or just feeling good in general is striking that balance between work and home life. It's not easy. It's really not. But I certainly would hope that educators find ways to try their best to leave work at work and then focus on family and everything else that comes with home when you're at home. I'm pretty big on that. I really am. I know it's not easy, and I'm sort of preaching to the choir, so to speak, because you guys know how challenging that is to leave work at work. But focus on your family. Really take time for them. I've had so many great things happen in my family recently. A couple weeks ago, my son learned how to ride a bike, and I was there to witness that, and I was there to help him practice and celebrate when he got it, and now to cheer him on as he continues to grow and learn better how to ride. I had my very first parent-teacher conference with my daughter's teacher. She's in kindergarten, and although we had some, I don't even know what you would call it, we had some things that we needed to address and to work on, but overall it was a really positive conference. The teacher had a lot of great things to say about my daughter, and frankly, she's starting to do really, really well in school academically, so I'm very proud of her for that as well. Let me see if I can tell how long I've been on here for. No. But anyway, I'm going to try and wrap up over the next couple minutes. So, really spend time with your family and enjoy your family, and that'll help you feel good as well. There's an article that's been shared on Twitter and Facebook among connected educators over the last couple of days, and I'm paraphrasing, but the title of the article says something about how it's not teacher burnout, but it's more teachers. I forget the word that they used, but it basically has to do with teachers feeling just completely overwhelmed and overworked and really underappreciated, and that doesn't make us feel good. Let's be honest. That is not #FeelGoodFall. We do not feel good when we feel overwhelmed and underappreciated. So celebrate each other. If you are, no matter what role you're in, what position you have, celebrate each other. Celebrate your students, of course, but celebrate the other adults as well. I do really feel like social emotional learning that gets talked a lot about these days in schools is a trickle-down effect. I think that it starts at the top with our leaders, district level, school level. It goes down to a teacher level. Teachers have to be appreciated, and their social and emotional needs need to be met so that then it can trickle down to the students as well. And that's very important for the students to feel socially and emotionally supported, but I think it does start with the teachers feeling socially and emotionally supported as well. I've been like all over the place, I think, and I hope I'm not rambling, but that's my take on Feel Good Fall. So I just want to remind you that all day today, starting with Brad and Martine, who went on earlier. Next up is Brian. You'll see his information scroll above my head here again in a minute. At 11:30 Eastern Time from Texas, Brian will come on and do his take on hashtag PassTheScopeEDU and hashtag Feel Good Fall. But all throughout the day today, follow hashtag PassTheScopeEDU, and you will hear other educators, amazing educators, come on here and share their thoughts and their feelings behind hashtag FeelGoodFall. So I appreciate you catching me on the replay. It's hard to tell. I don't think there are too many people watching this live, and I understand that. It's 9:30 on a Thursday morning, and you're probably, well, it's 9:30 for me, but you're either in school already or you're getting ready for school, and so it's okay. No harm done in not having too many live viewers, but hopefully you're catching this on the replay, and hopefully you'll be able to tune in all day long to, here it comes, Feel Good Fall, and then hashtag PassTheScopeEDU. Catch my buddy Brian Romero Smith coming on at 11:30. He is at Brian R. Smith SR for senior. Brian Romero Smith Senior. I'll let the information scroll one more time up here so you can see it. So he's coming up at 11:30, and I don't know who else will be popping in throughout the day after that. You'll have to follow along on hashtag PassTheScopeEDU. So here is Brian's information one more time. I should probably set this scroller a little bit faster. I feel like I'm waiting forever now. So next up, Brian Romero Smith. Here's his handle, Twitter handle right here, and Periscope as well. You can find him at the same place, same name in both places. There you go. At Brian R. Smith SR for senior. Brian Romero Smith Sr. will be next. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have or will continue to hashtag FeelGoodFall. Thanks so much for joining me.